Page 29, the Marching Trumpets. 2/4 time, 1 flat. We're in F major or D minor. Look at the end. Last couple measures. Ending on an F, I'm guessing we're in F major. You can kind of hear the difference between the harmonies, so F major and D minor. And as you play the piece, you can get an idea of which harmony you're in. Yeah. Right hand first. Let's make sure we got the notes and the fingering and the rhythms, all that. It starts out with 1-3, and then 2-4. The reason is because I want you to use 4th finger on the C here. And you do need 4th finger on that C for the 8th notes. I don't want to use 2-4 here and 4 again here. Bad idea. Do this. Start out 2-4 and then 3-5. Now your 4 is right there ready to go. So I'm recommending 2-4 to begin. So it's 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Same thing. 1 and 2 and. And the left hand gets the note. Now we're coming down here. 1-3 is okay here. 3 and. Then they want 1-3. Now that bottom note stays a D. And now they want 3 finger. Ugh. I'm going to encourage you, it's a little more difficult, but you need to be able to use all your fingers if you got them. So it's measure 15 there, the beginning of the 4th line. It's just stay here and use 5th finger. Just stay there. There's no reason you can't use these. Don't shy away from using these fingers. So I'm recommending a 5 on that. And then you lift up and come up here. And this is the same as it was at the beginning, so not 1-3, it's 2-4. And a 1-4. And this is okay here, a 1-5. The reason is because we need the other fingers for the other notes. Like so, to make that work. We want to connect that. So we need 5th finger. That's all right. Left hand, treble clef in the bottom staff. So we're up here. Don't care which finger, that's all. You're in this position. I tend to use on repeated notes different fingers, so I'd probably a 2-1-2-1 for the F's. 2-1-2-1. And then 3 on the E. Just so I don't have to use the same finger. You can use the same finger if you want to, but I tend to do that. And then come down. You're moving around quite a bit. And then they say 3rd finger on the B flat. See the B flat's in the signature. 1 flat. 2. This measure 15 and then 16 is an A, C sharp. Connect these if you can. It's a little tricky, but you need that control, so do the best you can with it. And then come down. And then at the end there, you can use 5th finger instead of 4th if you want. I see nothing wrong with 5th finger if that's what you choose to do. As far as alternating fingers or anything, I wouldn't worry about it. I mean, we don't do it all the time. We do it sometimes. So otherwise, it's 4-2 or 4-5 or something like that. You have to work out a fingering, but in this case, it's just easier just to use the same finger on each one. Put the hands together here. So work it out, get the hands working together. I don't see anything really tricky about the rhythm, so we should be okay on that. If it is, you might be traveling a little too fast in your studies. You might want to go back and review a bunch of stuff. Then we can add the articulation on these nice light wrist or hand staccato here on these. Now, the half note, you see the line over, that's a tenuto. linger on that. Hang on to it. Don't cut it as short at all. Just hang. But in the left hand, you got staccatos. Now you have a tenuto on the left hand. Lift it up. Now, give it the full count. Okay, and so between the staccatos and the tenutos, just make sure you give the tenutos the full length, give the staccatos nice and short. Some people interpret a tenuto like an accent. They give a little bit of a stress. I don't most of the time. Sometimes it works out well, but it's like, look on the second line. It's measure 7 going into measure 8. They put a tenuto on that. I wouldn't give that stress because that's the end of a phrase. You don't come to the phrase and don't end it like that. That's very unmusical. You come off of it like so. So I would not give any of these tenutos stress. Just make sure you hold them out as long as you can. Don't mess up the beat. The beat's got to be steady, but you hold it out as long as you can. And go through the whole thing with, just work that out. At the end, the last couple of measures, you've got tenutos, just connect them. Because this is staccato here. And then there. I don't know that I agree with the way they're using tenutos on this, but that's what they've done, so okay. Then the dynamics. Well, moderately loud at the beginning, and that's for the right hand. And then moderately soft on measure 9, right hand. Left hand's got to be softer than that. Then you get a crescendo at measure 11. Come up to moderately loud there. Right there, it's moderately loud. Then all of a sudden you're soft. And now you're going to slow down and get louder. You can go up to moderately soft. Maybe a hair moderately loud. I don't know. That's where you have to. And there's a fermata on that. You linger on that. If I do this with a metronome, I'll just hold that 4 counts instead of 2. Now we're back like we were at the beginning of moderately loud in the right hand. Left hand soft. Now we're loud at the bottom. In the right hand you're loud. You can come up to moderately loud or a little less in the left hand. But it's the right hand we want to hear. Speed-wise, this is a little faster than March in my opinion, but it's a left, right, left, right, left, right. Hang on to that and then go on. There's no slowing down at the end of that. You just end it. I would like to play this with you very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. Not going to do the dynamics. So I'll give us 2 counts and then let's try it together slowly. Ready, go. Hold 2.